This video is going over how to change a tube and or tire on a Qiewa Q1 Hummer. I've already kind of got the process going for you here, just kind of shorten the length of this video and watching me work. But just to kind of go over the basic tool needs that you're going to need for this task, you're going to need an adjustable wrench, some WD-40, a pump, a set of hex or Allen keys, they're the same thing, or a multi-tool from a bicycle usually has everything you need. Wire snips, a zip tie, and in my case, just to speed things up, I have a drill here with the Allen key on it. But what you're going to do, very simply, is just go up to the mounting location of the rear shock. You're going to see that you have a zip tie under here that's holding the wiring to the motor. You're going to snip that so you have full access to the motor once you get it off the dropouts. And then you're going to see where the wire goes into the motor, there's a bracket here to protect the wiring, and there's going to be 2 screws on either side. You just want to extract those and set that aside. And then once you've done that, take your adjustable wrench, and you're going to have screws or nuts on either side of the motor. Loosen those up, drop out the motor, and then set it aside here. Once you've done that, you're going to see on the side with the rotor a series of Allen screws that go around the outside, and then a series of screws that are on the rotor itself. These are the ones on the rotor, also an Allen, and then these are the ones on the shell of the motor, also an Allen as well, and they're the same size. And you're going to want to take those off, because what that's going to allow you to do is split the motor into 2 pieces. That makes changing the tire and tube a lot easier. So with those off, you slide those out of the way. And then you have full access to the tire and tube here. And what you can do, if you're changing out the entire tube and tire, what I would do is I would take the tube out of the tire first once you push it through, get that out of the way, and then just work on moving the tire through the motor sideways. It gives you a lot better leverage angle to kind of force it up that way. That'll make life quite a bit easier. But in my case, we're just replacing the tube here, so I'm going to leave the tire in the wiring that we have here. But I am going to spend some time just double checking that my tire is in fact healthy. And so I'll just kind of run my hand around inside, outside, look for anything that would have explained why I had a flat. And then do the same thing on the rim itself, because maybe there's some sort of debris or metal shaving that could have caused this damage. Once that's clear, I want to take my replacement tube. I want to put just a little bit of air into it just to give it some form. And then another trick, and this is where the WD-40 comes in, to help prevent pinch flats, which is what happens when you pump up a tire that's not, doesn't have the tube nice evenly set. Pinch flat will be caused by friction, and when you expand it, it creates a pressure point here and causes the tube to pop. If you spray WD-40 in the tire and just kind of work it around, that'll reduce the friction of the rubber on rubber and help prevent the pinch flat. So I'll spray some in and just kind of work it around the inside of the tube here. And then with my replacement that has a little bit of form now, I'll just push it through the motor like so. Set that aside. And then feed it inside. One thing to make note is with respect to the direction of the valve stem, you want the valve stem facing out in this case, which I think I just got lucky. I didn't think about that, but I did get lucky. Alright, once inside, I'll even kind of just maneuver it around a little bit, give it a little bit of a massage in there, because the worst thing we can do is put this whole thing back together again and have you blow up your tire and have it be flat, based on a pinch flat. So just kind of make sure everything's evenly distributed. Then I'll take my motor with respect to the valve stem, push that through, push this back on. Now we're not getting a whole lot of the valve stem right now, but that's okay, we can deal with that later. Put our rim back together.